Hello everyone, Joe Bishop here, Bishop Backwoods Parabellum. Today I'm here with my bow. This is the one that I started at the Tennessee Classic in the Self Bow Making Challenge. It started off as a hickory tree, and then it got cut down and split and become a staff or a stave, and then it become a bow. This stuff here on the top and bottom limb is natural deer sinew. And what happened is I got my bow built, got my string built, got it exercised in like I should have, and I was shooting really good. I had 6 shots on it. My 7th shot, I popped the splinter somewhere right up in there. It popped up like that there. I took it back down to the bow building shop. I put it on the what do they call that thing? The tillering board, and I pulled it down to about 18 inches, and it opened up that splinter. I took some Titebond 3, and I got up in there and got me a little splinter off of another bow, and I pushed it all up in there really good. I wet it down a little bit, and then I let it clamp back up, and then I wiped it off. And the guys that are helping build bows up there, the instructors, said I probably should have used some super glue. They had some really thin super glue, but that's what I done. I had a buddy named Rob from Ohio. We call him Ohio Rob. Me and my buddy do. And he had some natural deer leg sinew. So I chewed it up. I laid it down this way. And then I chewed some more up. And I dipped it in that Titebond 3 wood glue. And I started wrapping it. And I wrapped it. And I actually finished this all up last night. I wasn't trying to rush things, because you know how things go when you rush things, it messes up. So to make it look uniformity, make it look like I did it on purpose, I put this on here down at the bottom. That's just for looks, to make it look equal. And I started boning it down last night. Yeah, I was boning the bow. Y'all might get a kick out of that, but boning is where you take a bone or an antler, or you can use a screwdriver or even another hard piece of wood, and you push this down, and what you're doing is you're pressing them fibers into each other to tighten it up. And I did the sides, I did the belly of the bow, did the back of the bow, did my handle, come back down here, did the same thing, try to get a nice little shine to it. And then I took some olive oil, and I saturated my bow really good. Not saturated, but I put it on a towel and I rubbed it down really good. And this bow was pulling right at 28 inches, pulling 39 pounds right at 39 pounds at 28 inches. I'm shooting carbonaires, but my next goal is I've finished my bow. It seems to be shooting well, seems to be holding together. If I take care of it, it should last me. My goal is to take a deer with this bow that I built myself, and I'm going to build arrows for it. And when I say arrows, I'm going to build some primitive arrows out of cane and out of some turkey feathers that I got. A bunch of videos on there, but I watched a really good one last night by Ryan Gill about how to make some primitive arrows, and he had some things on there that I'd thought about, and it's like, dude, that'd probably make it better. And he actually did it, and I was like, dude, if you ever watch any Ryan Gill's videos, he's really good. He's a really good hunter in the all primitive stuff. That being said, I'm going to shoot it. This bow's pretty quick for 39 pounds. It's plenty doable to hunt with. So I've got heavier poundage bows that's got fiberglass on it that shoot slower than this bow does. That was way off. Moved my hand on that second shot, but sorry about that. My second shot, I moved my hand trying to watch it, but that's gonna take practice because I'm used to shooting several different bows, and this is one that this next hunting season, as long as it holds together, you will see a video of me with a deer that I've taken with this, and some primitive arrows. I also bought me a flint knapping set to learn how to nap arrowheads. I know how to do it. I don't do it enough to be professional at it, but I can get back in and start it and finish off a pretty thin point. I also have some bandsaw blades that I can cut into a steel point, and they sharpen off. I've actually taken deer with my Adelaide with the same points that I make out of bandsaw blades. As you can see, it's a pretty decent little shooting bow. The more I practice with it, the better off I'm going to be. There's a spot, might not be able to see it on the camera. There's a spot that I'm going to kind of flatten out a little bit there. Other than that, it's shooting really good. This weekend I get a chance, I'm going to go cut some arrow cane, same place I get my Adelaide darts. It's in a little hammock that's got a lot of tree cover, and them shoots grow up pretty straight, so I should be able to get some pretty good arrow shoots out of it. But then I'm going to have to figure out how to figure out my spine on it. There's a couple of different videos I've watched I'm going to try. Or I can order me a spine tester, which I really don't want to do. I may be able to make one myself, so it's going to be a little process. So, that being said, I'm Joe Bishop, Bishop Backwoods Parabellum. I always tell you, if you ain't practicing skills, when it comes time to use them, you won't have them. This is a skill that you could use, how to build a bow. If you ain't never been to the Tennessee Classic, and you're into primitive archery or traditional archery, that's a really good place to go. They got bowyers from all over that come down to spend several days there teaching a novice guy how to make a bow. And I've seen old people do it, I've seen young kids do it, I've seen ladies do it, I've seen men do it, I've seen men that like men do it, and I've seen women that like women do it. So if you're into archery at all, get out there, come to the Tennessee Classic. It's a really good time. You'll meet a bunch of great people there, and like I said, if you ain't practicing your skills when it comes time to use them, you won't have them, so get out there and practice.